To discuss this further, we're joined by public affairs analyst Robert Matlala. Mr. Matlala, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Robert,
thank you.
What are your thoughts on Ndobisi's testimony so far? Do you believe he's providing credible and consistent information?
Thank you very much for having me once again. I really appreciate the opportunity. We are now on accused number 3 in Ngobe's case. And so far, we are happy from the defense side. As always, I mentioned that we chose to listen to the evidence led by the state and also chose the side to say the weight is primarily on the side of the defense because the state failed to present a credible case. So within Ngube, he refused or denies that ever entered the Khumalo house, also fatally shot the late Senzo Meyiwa. And this is because he's telling us that the cell phone data is placing through phosphorus, but up to the inner city of Johannesburg, where he resides. So when we listen to the state witness, one of the state witness, she's saying that the incident occurred around 7:30 or just between 7:30 and 8:30 in the evening. And when you look at the cell phone records of accused number 3, Ngube, he was already in Johannesburg when that happened. And the number 2, he's complaining that the parade was conducted, but he was never given an opportunity to appear in that parade so that he can check or maybe find out whether the witnesses will be able to identify him or not so that he can get justice. Then the other point is that he's complaining about the plot that he realized that, especially with General Shabane, that some of the witnesses they were coerced to change their statement to suit the narrative of the state. So I think so far he's doing very well in terms of what he presented through his representative, Advocate Nisi.
Yeah. There's been so many witnesses and so many, well, the case for most of us who might not be in South Africa can be very hard to follow, but it's a very big deal, this case, because of the status or status of the person involved, the victim involved. But the state alleged that Ngube is the gunman who shot Senzo Meyiwa. Do you think the evidence presented supports this claim, or are there still doubts about the his involvement?
Yeah, let's start here. The problem that, okay, let's first say we believe in the cell phone records because the state decided to read the records up until in the afternoon, early afternoon. And when Ngube come to defend himself to rebut what they say, he dragged it up to in the evening, which is what I said in my opening statement. Secondly, we realized that the witnesses that are describing the intruder as the way they've termed this case, they describe someone who's a dark skin. And when you look at accused number 3, Ngube, he's been light skinned from birth up until now. And then also there was an issue of the gold tooth that was brought here, but the question is that who brought it? Because there's no witness who came before court who mentioned the gold tooth as one of the description. But the investigating officer, Brigadier Gininda, is the one who brought that, and he cannot back it with any information like scientific information from the dentist or the surgeon. So in that way, we are saying that the information that is before court is giving an upper hand to rebut it because he disputes everything that the state witnesses are saying based on the information brought by the investigating officer who's leading the whole squad unit.
Robert Matlala, thank you very much for having this conversation with us, helping clarify some of the issues here with the case. Thank you very much, Matlala.